Hey, Eric Sider here from Planting Pioneers, and let's check out my patio garden.
All right, so we got about 60 square feet here, about 6 by 10 foot covered, east facing. So we're looking at about 2 to 3 hours of direct sunlight inside the railing. So I was able to extend that to 4 to 5 hours by placing the containers on the outside. And mostly just your standard milk crate lined with fabric or weed mat. So you get a nice robust root system from the root pruning effect of that. They do dry out faster than a solid pot, so you will be watering more often this way. Started off with cherry tomatoes, kale, Swiss chard, scarlet runner beans, some bunching onions. 4 to 5 hours isn't enough really for fruiting plants, so I got about a handful of tomatoes. And the kale got smashed by the white butterfly that loves brassicas, your cabbages, Brussels sprouts, kales, cauliflowers. So replaced all those with sweet potato, which is actually a really good cooked green. And the Swiss chard's doing well. Scarlet runner bean produced plenty of vine and flowers, but no beans, so maybe it's a pollinator issue. Also added in just recently a zucchini plant, just to see if we get anything, but don't really expect much. Perennial wise, we got goji berry, which is actually a nitrogen fixing shrub and grows very well in this climate in North Texas. Also have orange daylily, which is a really great survival food. It's the whole plant's edible. Flowers, stems, leaves, and roots. Got 1 or 2 peppers from our pepper plant, so that'll be coming out soon. Bunching onions are doing well, and we also have a strawberry plant in a kind of modified wicking pot. So drilled some holes in the side, and so it's a kind of root pruning wicking pot with a custom felt liner, and it's behind this ugly netting because we got the local mockingbirds that love to eat all our fruits. So not pretty, but trying to preserve my strawberries. All right, so let's check out what's happening on the inside. We got the yellow planter box / nursery table. We've got some nursery stock, some root cuttings, experimental plants, some flowers, herbs, medicinals. But my favorite feature, what I love about this garden, is the fish pond. I love coming out here and just sitting by the pond, watching the fish swim around. Got some local filtering and oxygenating plants. We were even able to incorporate some food here as well with some Chinese water chestnut. Got some prototype floating garden designs happening. We'll go into all that in another video in more detail. This is the main way we water the garden, and whenever you have biology and water, you're adding fertility. But our main source is the Compost worm farm, and this is a homemade design, kind of hybrid breathable storage bin design I'm playing around with. It's working out fine, but it's just proven a little too small, so I got a commercial product come in, the urban worm bag, that I'm super excited about. Comes highly recommended, and we're going to do a whole video on that, so stay tuned for that. But this is a great way to convert your food scraps into fertilizer, and every day you can add water to the worm farm and collect that worm juice, and you can dilute that up to 10 to 1 and add that to your plants. And every 3 to 5 months you can harvest the whole worm bin's worth of worm castings, and that makes an amazing potting mix or plant starter, or just add directly to your pots. And when you got container plants, every time you're watering them, you're losing fertility, so you really need a way to get that fertility back. And in a small space, the worm farm is one of the best ways you can do that.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that tour of my patio garden. And if you got questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you like what you saw, you got something inspirational out of that, consider subscribing. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.